moved on pretty quick. I think after 6 or 7 months, he moved on, or he decided that he needs to switch track. So that's how he did this thing. And now the thing is, he is going to launch his own startup that is called Hexatech Solutions. And so আমি এটার ব্যাপারে খুব বেশি I'm not gonna talk too much detail about this thing. So I will let Tanzim take the floor and explain how he got to this point, how his journey started, and where it all began, so to speak. So Tanzim, the floor is yours. Give us a little rundown of how things came to be.
Thank you very much, Lincoln. Thank you. Thanks, Lincoln. Thanks, my old friend. All right. So first, I would like to introduce everyone who doesn't know me, who I am, because I'm not known to people that much. However, my name is Tanzim Hussain. I'm an IT business analyst currently, and I own my own company right now in Bangladesh. It's called Hexatech Solutions. And my motto to establish this company is to introduce the modern world communication system and blind up IT and business together in Bangladesh. That was the motto to start this business for myself.
Such a decision, or what actually compelled you to get out of the textile sector after you graduated? What did actually happen to you after you graduated?
Okay, this is the most common question I always get from people. But however, I'm not tired of telling it because there's definitely a reason that I shifted, right? So after I graduated, I almost worked around 10 months in AEPZ in one company. I used to work in the IE department. But however, after working 10 months, what I realized is that this is not exactly the sector that I really can see my future. Lots of reasons that I don't want to bring right now because lots of issues. However, then I was thinking that what would be the best situation for me at that point if I want to move to another sector, because first option I had, I can just join any company in Bangladesh, because after your graduation you can just join anywhere, right? It doesn't matter which subject you graduated from. But I wasn't so interested on that, because what I realized is that if I don't get any more degrees on any particular sector, then I won't have any better future over there. So then I was one day talking to one of my cousins. His name is Fahim. He's currently in Canada. He is an CSA engineer there. So he first told me that in North America, IT sector is now booming right now, and also I know that in Bangladesh it's also booming. So he told me that I can try and see the IT business analyst subject for myself. So I did my own research from this end, and then I was like, okay, I might give it a try because it sounds interesting because of the research results that I got. It sounded like similar that what I would like to do. Then I started my journey. So I started gathering the information that how I can prepare myself and what are the prerequisites before I even can apply to the universities over there. Then I realized that IELTS is the base, because without IELTS, I cannot go for higher education in Canada. It's quite impossible there. However, then I started my journey. I went to St. John's for a few months. It was nice going there. But before, I would like to say a few things about this IELTS journey, to be honest, because I had my English base developed when I was in class 2 or 3. I had a few amazing teachers who were just focused on my English development on that time. So I had my grammar knowledge and whatnot. So I wasn't so bothered before I even started that coaching for IELTS. I thought, it's not going to be so difficult for me because I already know everything, right? But once I started, first thing I noticed that about speaking, I couldn't say anything at all. So there were two factors involved there. So first, those pretty girls who were taking my classes, I was so shy that how I'm going to talk in English with them. And the other thing was that once I tried to talk, then I realized that I'm not as fluent as I was thinking, because I watch movies and I watch whatnot else in English, and I'm capable of understanding that, but I never had that experience to talk or communicate with someone in English. And another thing I would like to tell you, one of the reasons that the agencies in Bangladesh especially tell you, if you specifically tell those agencies that this is the specific university that you want to apply for, then that's the issue, because some of the agencies have some connections with some specific colleges or universities in abroad. So from where, if they get some students from Bangladesh to those universities, they get some commission out of them. So to get those commissions, sometimes, yeah, buddy, that's to get those commissions, they sometimes insist people not to go for that specific university, or even sometimes they say that, well, you're not going to get your visa if you go for that university. If you go with this university, we will be able to help you even to get your visa. But to be honest, getting visa, they have no hand in them. It's just their experience that they know how to do it. And also the experience they gather, you also can get it. Just you have to go to the university website, see all the requirements that they mention over there. For every specific course, they have specific requirements. You have to match your requirements with those. If you have those credentials ready for yourself, you will be definitely getting admission to the university. And the embassy visa is something different. It's nothing related with the university. After you get the approval from your university, then the embassy will be interested to give you a visa, but it's not confirmed. It depends on the documents checklist that they provide for every individual students. So if you can just follow through with those document checklists, if you prepare the documents properly, I think even like that's how I did it. Like I didn't go I didn't make it through with the agencies. I did it all by myself, to be honest,
Know the
afterwards.
process.
And
So
I got my
my crucial question to you would be like a Bangladeshi student studying textile engineering, and then you became an international student who's studying in Canada and studying IT business analysis, which is a totally different ball game. So how did you gel with the system? How was your adaptation, or how did you manage to adapt to that kind of environment?
Thank you. This is the major section I would like to talk about, because this is the section made me who I am today. That part of my life totally changed me. Uh, so yeah, first of all, before I was leaving Bangladesh, even from my family, I heard that, well, you even never went to the kitchen in Bangladesh. How are you going to survive over there? You never washed your clothes. Everything's served and done here. Like, how are you going to do these things? But you know what? I was always positive, and I always tried to be confident. I know even sometimes I knew deep inside that, well, I'm not sure whether I'll be able to do it. But, outside, I never get that on me. Like I tried to be positive, and I never tried to get feared of everything. So I took the challenge. I always like taking challenges. So before I was leaving, that was my challenge, that some people say that I won't be able to complete my education, or even like I won't be able to stay there even for 6 months, because I can't just do it, right? But however, later on, I moved there. It was something different, trust me, Lincoln, because after I landed there, I stayed in East Coast. It's called New Brunswick, Canada. And Fredericton is my hometown. I call myself the homeboy there. However, the population over there was 50,000, and the city was as big as Dhaka. So you can understand. There wasn't much population over there.
Very much
However,
spread out.
first when yeah, but I reached basically 1 day prior, basically the previous night before my class started in Canada. So next morning I woke up and I went to university. First, the welcoming was pretty nice. I was tensed a bit because I don't know, it's something new and different culture. I wasn't even sure what I'm doing. However, later on, it went by almost 3 months there. I had no friends. Trust me, because uh, I was shy. I was afraid of approaching people and talking to people. I didn't know what to do. I wasn't sure whether people will accept me, because it was totally new environment for me, right? Then one day, I was sitting in the cafeteria with another international student. Her name was Shaida. She was from Iran. Yeah, I was talking to her, and I was kind of upset because Lincoln, right? I was pretty much popular here, I would say, in the university or whatnot. I used to
Yeah,
know a
yeah,
lot of
yeah.
people, right? I was
Definitely,
always
definitely. No doubt
outspoken.
about that. I
I
can
like to
vouch
go
for that.
outside along with my friends. But over there, it was almost 3 months, and I had no friends. I was just there with my cousin, and he was also busy doing his university and schools, whatnot. So I was to be alone most of the time. So while I was really upset on the cafeteria, so that guy came. His name is Caleb the Merchant. He was my classmate. He came to me and he saw me upset, and he was like, "What happened, Tanzim? Why you are so upset?" And I don't know what happened. I just looked at him and I was like, "Man, I'm frustrated. I have no friends here in Canada. Like, I don't know how I'm
Wait,
gonna survive."
were you crying or something?
No, no, I wasn't crying. I was just upset. Like,
Yeah,
you
feeling
understand, right?
down and
Like
stuff.
he saw
Yeah,
me
feeling down
crying.
and everything.
Uh, you can understand when a person is upset, right?
Definitely,
So
definitely. Sure.
he looked at me, he smiled, and he's like, "Man, I'm your friend. Don't worry about it." And I was kind of shocked. I'm like, he's been my friend for 3 months. We barely talked. Like, I barely talked with anyone in the class because I was pretty shy on the time, I guess. Uh, so he told me that, well, that was the end of our class on that for that day. So next day we came by, and after class he invited me to his friend's place. That was my second friend in Canada. His name was Corey Robershaw. I guess he's watching it right
Yeah,
now. Uh,
yeah, he just gave
so
a
he
shout out.
also welcomed me. So he also welcomed me he gave me a warm welcome, and I was pretty shocked and shy because I was going to a house that I don't know who's that person even is, and the guy I'm going with, he just became my friend that day back and whatnot. And from there, that journey started, and these people that I mentioned helped me a lot and thanks to Caleb the Merchant, to be honest, I guess if he wasn't there, I wouldn't be able to graduate. He helped me every possible way that he could have done. He was dyslexic, but he was the best person I've ever met, and like, he's a very, very, very talented person. But yeah, that's how it started, and later on my roommates were even Canadians. I got my bursary during my education, so I got like 50% waiver on my last semester, which was a good help towards my family because my dad was taking all the expenses. And after my graduation, then I went to work with the government over there, government of New Brunswick. I worked for their pension and benefit department as a junior business analyst over there. Uh, that experience was something else because previously I worked in like Burger Kings and in the hotels, whatnot, like, those part-time jobs for the students. But that was the moment. That was my first work. I cannot. The experience I got there boosted my confidence to become an IT business analyst to another level. Because first thing, I had two bosses over there basically. My senior business analyst, Nancy, and my project manager. These were the only two person that I was supposed to report. But I learned one thing from them, that uh, you have two options. Either you can be a boss or you can be a leader. I had two leaders with me on that time. So that inspired me that I never want to be a boss. I want to be a leader, man. And that's what I always say to my even employees, that, man, I'm not your boss. You even can call me by my name. I don't mind. I'm just your leader. So just follow my lead. As long as you're following my lead, everything is good. Um, Yeah, and afterwards, the government changed, so all the employees changed. So I got transferred to another company. I got a job. It's called Fido in Canada. It's the second largest telecom company in Canada. So I worked there
Yeah, I heard the
after
name.
almost 1.5 years with them. Yeah, and yeah, there I also did pretty good. I got 2 promotions during my work time, and yeah, not bad. Um, yeah, all those experiences I gathered, and later on I actually had a situation that I had to move back in Bangladesh, but while I was moving, I didn't have any wish to get back in Canada right away, because by that time I was a changed person. I believed in reality. I understood how to accept the reality of life. So I wasn't demotivated. I was more boosted that, well, I gained a lot of things in Canada, and now if I can go back in Bangladesh and provide it to my country, I believe that even 1% I can change in Bangladesh, and that might be something helpful for the country. And why not? If everyone stays back there, then how this country will gonna develop? That was my motto after getting back, and yeah, then this journey. That first thing, as being the only certified IT business analyst in Bangladesh, it was quite impossible for me to explain people that what I do, because all those interviews that I had to face in the interview board, I had to explain those who were taking my interview that what is an IT business analyst. Uh, then in one interview, I realized that there is no point explaining this to these people, because even if they don't even know what is an IT business analyst, then what's the point for me to come here and go with these interview sessions? So I decided that, okay, this is my strength. This is what I know. This is what I know I can do the best, which is an IT business analyst. And if no one can hire me, then you know what? I should hire myself, and I should start this trend in Bangladesh. Maybe we will have more IT business analysts coming up afterwards. We can set up these things here. It's been a long, it's gonna be a long journey, definitely for us. But I started from one, and now we are a family of 5. It's not because we cannot extend it yet. It's just because this is the 5 fingers of one hand. So all these 5 people here in my company, we have pretty much similar kind of perspectives about life, about work, and whatnot. We have our work ethics. We are very serious about our work.
And now my next question is like, what kind of services have you been providing recently for your clients? Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Okay, so we call ourselves the Hexatech Solutions. It's Hexa and Tech. So we almost cover 6 areas of technology. So one of them is website design and development, then mobile app design and development. We also work on your what I would say, digital marketing sector, or we have software development sector. So we have security and surveillances. So it's basically, my company is an IT business solution provider. So the clients that I have, or the clients I look for, is that, say for example, Lincoln, you have a business yourself, right? And
Yeah.
now you are realizing that for your business, you might need to do something to reach to people. I'm gonna give you a practical life experience. So one of my clients called me a few days back. So he is not used to with this modern technologies. Especially, he doesn't even have Facebook. He doesn't know how to run YouTube. So this guy called me up. So I went to him, and after the discussion, what I realized that, first thing first, he still realizes newspapers, like paper newspapers, physical newspapers. He reads those for his knowledge. And besides, he maybe he sees television, but that's it, nothing more than that. So what he was struggling with, he told me that he is being investing the same amount for his marketing, in the newspapers, but in return, he's not getting as much as response that he used to get during 90s or early 2000, right? So that's the thing. When you have a business and you don't know what to do with your business, because you need to reach to people, you need to do something which will modernize your business, then this client comes to me. And then what happened, I explained the client that what he actually requires, where he is lacking. I told him that even in my family, we used to have papers every morning in our house door, but we don't have it for the last few years, I guess, because we see all these newses, like whatever newspaper you want to mention, you can get it online. In Facebook, you see all these ads. Whatever product you have, you can just sell it over there. All you have to do is, like, you have to do certain kind of digital marketing for your company. So see, this is the thing I do. Basically, it's hard to explain what is an IT business analyst does. So in short, in our ITBA world, what we say is that we are the bridge between business and the IT section. So business and IT is not similar. So say, for example, you have a food business, right? But you're not supposed to know how to create your website, or whether to create your app, or how to reach out to your, all you know, what are the foods in demand, how those foods gonna be prepared, how gonna maintain the quality, right? So how I can connect the business to the clients is that I go there and I explain them that what needs to be done after reviewing their requirements, or after reviewing the back history behind their businesses. And then from there, I do my own analysis, and then I come with the idea that how they can mix up their business with the IT work. And that's what I've been trying to introduce here. And Lincoln, hopefully there will be a time when I won't have to explain any more people that what is an IT business analyst. There will be sufficient people here in Bangladesh, and will be aware of our works as well.
No doubt about that. So, Tanzim, thank you very much for that answer. And we are going to take this question. We have this dude called Tofik Rahman Anik. He dropped in a very good question. So I'm going to read this out first. So nice to see you both. I have a question to Tanzim Bhai. I'm 28 years old and completed my post-graduation. I want to be an entrepreneur, but it's really difficult to become an entrepreneur in BD because of family and social problems. I also have a plan to go abroad. So at this stage, which is better? Is it to go abroad or to try to start a business? So what would you recommend this young fellow? Like, should he go abroad to study something or gather some experience first? Or should he try to launch a business of his own at this stage?
Okay, first of all, I'm just a person. I'm just a person who started a business. I'm not a business guru or anything else like that I can suggest you that what you should be doing. It's basically, I would say that it's personal choices. Either you can think that, well, why not I start a business here, and later on, the time I have to move to abroad, I can, just keep my business going on, because this is the era. You can be in wherever in the world, and you can run your business wherever you want to, because you have this internet, right? So I wouldn't say that it's a conflict between whether you should start a business or go for study, if you're confident enough. So okay, first thing I would like to say that I know there are two kind of business persons in Bangladesh or wherever in this world. So the most common one, investor business person. So these are the people who has like lots of bank accounts and lots of monies and whatnot. And there is another group which is very small, but it's blooming right now, I would say. People investing their brains. Now you may not be good at playing any games. You may not be good at doing something specific, but there is definitely something specific about you are good at. You might be a good bike rider. You might be a good car driver. Like you gotta find first your strength. you gotta first know that what is that occupation that you feel interested in, because unless you invest your time towards something that you feel interest, you won't see any valuable result. Like I'm talking about long-lasting businesses. I'm not talking about short-term businesses like you invest for a while, you get some money and you leave. No, I'm not talking about those. I'm talking about if you really want to become a business person, first you're gonna be an entrepreneur, or you're gonna be a startup business person. So now about Onyx, I would say that um, if you already have got your admission from any university abroad, I would suggest then go for it. At this point, don't invest your money towards your education or your startup business, because while you move to in a new country, you definitely need chunk of money at the very beginning until you get your work. So that's my suggestion personally. And if you are still thinking that you might try to go abroad and get your post higher education from there, then I would suggest you still have the time to think that whether you should be starting your business or you should be going abroad. And because, buddy, look at me, what I did. I left textile engineering sector. I left my family. I left the country that I was born in. I left everything. I never thought even that I would even go abroad anytime. But it was a moment that I had to take my decision. Even before starting my business, there was a point I had to decide whether I should be continuing my service sector or should I start my own business. It took me a while. I would say maybe 7 or 8 months. I took those time for myself. I did nothing back by that time. But what I did, I invested my time on researching. I invested my time figuring out that if I start a business, what is gonna be, what is my strength that's gonna be related to my business, and what I feel like I'll be capable to pulling it off. So I also had to take my decision at a certain point. And in business, you always have to take risks. Unless you have the guts to take the risk, never go for business. Never. Because business is all about risks, definitely.
That's the kind of answer that I would be looking for as well. So the thing is, if you already have a business, like from my point of view, it's pretty simple. If you already have a business going on, or if you have a budding business, so to speak, or if you have a business model, I want you to sit down and try to analyze where your business might be in the next 5 years. What's the potential that lies there within? And if you see that it might succeed or it might not even succeed, and then if you have the chance to go abroad, I would say take the chance, explore, and definitely those time abroad, that will change you. That will change you, and that would educate you a lot, and that's another investment into your business, because what you are going to learn abroad, you can definitely put that back into your business, and that will definitely boost your business and boost your confidence as well, which in turn will get you better revenue out of that. So I hope that's the kind of answer that should guide you to the right path. So the thing is, Tanzim, now that you have been a student first, you have been a student, I have been a student of Arsenal University, and we have been job seekers as well. Before going to before you went to Canada, before I went to Australia, we have been job seekers, and now you have come back from Canada, you have started your own business. So now you are in the seat of an employer. So as an employer, my question to you, that what are the qualities that you would be looking for in your employees, and how would you change the current recruitment process for the better? If there are something that's in your head, like I want to see this kind of change within the recruitment process of Bangladesh, what are those changes gonna be?
Right. Uh, so first, let me go through with the first portion. You asked that what are the
Yeah.
qualities that I would like to see in my employees, or the qualities that I usually check. So first thing first, I never check their CGPA. That's something about me. Uh,
That's cool.
it's not because I wasn't so good in my CGPAs. Uh, it's something because I feel like once you check the CGPA, you somehow get biased.
True.
Subconsciously, you get biased.
True. True.
So a person coming with 4 CGPA and person coming with 2 CGPA, like I think if they even they say the same things, I would rather think that that person is more intelligent than this one. Um, it's something human nature. I cannot even though I try to stop myself getting biased, but these are the things. So this is one of the reasons that I usually don't ever try to even check that what their CGPA is. So first thing what I do is that I want to see their efforts. I might give them a task. I might just ask them to send me a resume, and I will see. And I might just give them a specific time to send me that resume. And that's my first interview towards you, that I will see that whether you are a good listener or not. So the persons who sends me exactly within that timeline are the first choices for me. And the person who doesn't care about the timeline, sends whenever they want, I'm not sure that that's the right person for my company. Then the second thing is that I would like to see they're outspoken and confident. Confident people are very valuable for any startup, because your company is not confident yet because it's just a startup. So you definitely need a lot of confident people all around this company to make it established. So that's another thing I need. And outspoken, the reason I said it, that in Bangladesh, this is something all the employers doesn't want in their employees. They want some people who would be running by the clocks the way they want them to run by the clocks, and they should not say anything because they are getting paid. I don't know whether we're still living in that era where you can just buy off people, but I don't believe in that. So I want outspoken person. I don't like those people who would say something in your face and they will be thinking something else deep inside. I don't accept that.